Hi, Tibbies. It's me. I know it's been a while since I've actually made a video, which is hilarious. But I don't know, I guess I thought I'd make one today. It's been an interesting couple of months. I moved in with my sister and her 6-year-old, which, trust me, never a dull moment. But I can honestly say it's been hard trying to figure things out for myself, but at least I'm learning. I guess that's what I can take away from this. Time of year where everybody is stressed out. Also, it's hard to be alone this time of year. Single. Hell, I'm getting out of a bad marriage. So being single for the holidays is going to be something I don't. Yeah, it's going to be new, but that's okay. Things took a left turn. Trust me, when I say left turn, I mean a veer on the left turn. I found out I'm pregnant, which I can honestly say is kind of an interesting situation right there. I know how it happened, so it's all good. Yeah. I moved. I found out I was pregnant. I had cancer. A lot of shit's been going on in my life over the last 7-8 months. It hasn't been an easy walk. It hasn't been, but I'm still standing. Ta-da! So yeah. Surprise, everybody. She's still standing. Yeah. I guess my big thing is that keeps me going. Every day, every month, every morning is my 6-year-old niece. Now, she's my everything. She's not mine, but some days I feel like I'm her mother. It's stupid, but I'm not. I love that little girl with all my heart. She's just turned 7 actually on the 29th. Yeah, it's been quite the learning curve. Let's just say this much. I decided a couple months ago that I was going to dye my hair blue, pink, and blonde. It's something that causes me anxiety, so I decided, go for it, right? Just go for it. Plus, Harlequin. I love Harlequin from Suicide Squad, but I don't care. It's something that causes me anxiety because it attracts a lot of attention to me. That's what's the thing that caused the anxiety, is because the pink and the blue were just out there. They're just like loud colors, right, in my hair. So the other day I decided to take the pink and blue out, even though I know you're not, bleaching your hair and stuff like that is not permitted while you're pregnant, but I don't care. Well, I do care, but also at the same time, I'm not exactly caring. Well, I was caring. I was wearing a mask. Don't worry. I mean, I tried to protect myself and the unborn child that's growing inside of me currently. I'm gonna say yes, it's hard because everybody is gonna want to tell me how to raise this child. Everybody's gonna want to have an input with other family or friends. It's gonna be one of those weird situations where I'm gonna have to figure it out as I go, which kind of sucks because picture, and it's going to be just me raising this child by myself. And trust me, this whole thing scares the living crap out of me. But I've got a really good family. My family is so amazing. They've stepped up to the plate, and they're making sure that I'm okay. And for once, everything is going to work out the way that it needs to. I mean, this happened at the worst time possible in my life. I have a philosophy. Everything happens for a reason. It may or may not be a good reason, but it happens for a reason. And everything, it's been a tough go, yes. The last 7-8 months has been a tough go. It's been a learning as I go experience. Because for 28 years of my life, I hadn't lived on my own before. And now I am. And I look at where I used to be, and I see where I am now, and I think to myself, I've come a long way in 8 months because I had no choice but to. Right? I was the caregiver to an elderly man for 8 years, and now I'm no longer one. Trust me when I say this much. That's a hard adjustment. It has been because I'm so used to having a schedule where I'm up at this time so I can take care of him throughout the day and everything. I'm going to say this, anybody that's pondering whether or not they should get a divorce, you should, and this is something I always asked myself before I walked out of the marriage, can I fix it? I asked myself that. And I tried. I literally tried. But I couldn't fix what was going on with the other person. And until the other person was ready to fix what was going on with them, there was no way that this was going to go anywhere at all. And it wasn't until I kind of decided I was going to leave at Christmas time did he try to make the change. But the problem with that was it wasn't changing. It wasn't the emotional attention and the emotional side effects and the emotional part of everything. Where when you're in a marriage, a loving adult marriage, you're supposed to be able to be heard and feel heard at the end of the day, no matter what is going on. You shouldn't dread that person coming home. You shouldn't anything. Nothing like that. When the person is home, you should feel a sense of relief. When you're having a conversation with someone, whether it's about finances or medication or just keeping the house clean, you should feel heard and you should feel validated in every conversation that you have with someone. You should feel like they have your best interest at heart. And I got to the point where I didn't feel like my best interests were at the center of everything. When I said, look, I'm not doing so good today, and let's say even though I wasn't doing so good, something like sex, what happened was I would say, I'm sorry, no, I'm not up to it today. And then we get into this huge argument to which I would eventually just give up and just let him have his way. Because I didn't know how to stand up for myself. I lost my voice. I lost my ability to say no to this person in that regard. And so when that happens, it is the world's worst feeling. Trust me. I have 4 years of experience under my belt to prove that. It's horrible. So yeah. And then, when you try to get into relationships, it's tricky especially after you have 8 years of bad crap just crammed on top of you. Well, not whole 8 years. I mean, we did have some good times, but there was a lot at the end that was just arguing, bad, angry. So I gave myself some time, and I fell in love with someone. I did. I fell in love with someone. And I'm still in love with that person. God, am I still? I protected myself. I tried protecting my heart. I tried stopping myself from falling in love with this person, but I did. And it's not a bad thing that I fell in love with him, but I have a saying about that relationship. It was healthy, but it was also very unhealthy. He couldn't admit when he was wrong. He had the world's worst time apologizing. My mama taught me that you apologize. You try to be the bigger person. You apologize first, even if you're not at fault for the argument or the situation that's happened. You apologize. So that way, if whatever happens, you guys can at least try to part on good terms. Which I can honestly say isn't the best advice that she gave me, especially when dealing with this person. I'm not saying that everything was bad. There were certain aspects that were amazing. I was more honest and real with him than I was with my husband at the end. And that is saying something considering at the end I could barely talk to my husband. But with him, I told him everything. I told him everything. I finally got the courage to explain to him why certain things freaked the crap out of me. And once I did that, he was able to understand me better as a person, which made me feel so much better. And I thought we were getting somewhere until I turned up pregnant and he said, well, I can't have kids, so you must have cheated on me. To which I can honestly, to God, say I didn't cheat on him. I had opportunity. Jesus, I had so many opportunities to cheat on him. I had, man, wanting to go to bed with me, but I didn't let it happen. I dropped certain friends of mine, especially the guy friends, because I knew that's what they wanted. And to eliminate them asking and them trying and making me feel like a crap pile and jeopardizing anything that I had with this man, I dropped them. I dropped other friends too, um, because I felt it was the right thing to do at the time. I did so much for him. And I'm going to say this to anybody out there who can listen and everything. I was told by a friend of mine that he had said one day that all I was good for was a good lay. Well, he used it more crudely. He said it more crudely. I'm trying to not say it so crudely. And that hurt my feelings. You don't have to put up with that. That's not okay. When we'd get into a fight, he'd post on Facebook and call me a lying, cheating little whore. Not lying. um, the constant ups and downs I put up with. I mean, I know at the beginning I screwed up, but the problem is all he can see is what my screw ups were. He can't see what his screw ups were. You know, he says I cheated on him, and I never did. I could have over and over again, but I never did. I made him my world. I made him my everything. We were together about 5 months. After about the fourth month, I started really loving him, and my heart, my heart loved him so much. I mean, I loved him so much that I would have taken a bullet for him. And the fact that he's telling everybody that I am lying about being pregnant and I'm falsifying information and oh, he can't have kids because he got tested, and that hurts. That hurts because I was so faithful to him. I avoided certain people because I knew what was going to happen. The problem is doesn't he doesn't know. He'll never know. I wish he knew, but he doesn't. Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. Bye.